In this video series, we are going to learn HTML forms. These forms are used to create user interactive web pages. It is used to collect user input, and this user input will be sent to web server for processing. Even we can call it as a web form also. This web form or HTML form is mainly used to pass the data to the server. When we have to collect some data from the site visitor or from the client, in that case HTML forms are required. HTML forms on a web page allows a user or a site visitor or a client to enter data, and that is sent to server for processing. On other side, we can see the snapshot of the HTML form where we can see first name, last name, date of birth, email ID, mobile number, and later we can see two buttons are available, that is submit and reset button. Where the HTML forms will be used. HTML forms are used to design survey forms, questionnaire, feedback forms, registration forms, application forms, email sign up, and email login. Here we have the form tag. We have beginning form tag and the closing form tag. This tag is mainly used to create forms, and this will tell the browser which part of the web page content is a part of the form. And form is a container which is able to hold other controls. Simply we can just call here form is a container which contains even other tags. Here comes out with the form tag attributes, action and method. Action attribute defines where to send the form data when a form is submitted in HTML document. The URL or web address to which browser sends visitor's form responses after the visitor clicks the form's submit button. This means that it provides the URL of the program which is available in the web server that receives information from the form and processes it. Next attribute is method. Method will take two different values. One is get, the other one is post. Then what is method? Method attribute specifies how to send form data. The form data is sent to the web page which is specified in the action attribute. When we have to make use of get. Get is good only for non-secure data. For appending form data to the URL, that is uniform resource location or locator. Better not to use get when we are sending any sensitive data or sensitive information, because the submitted form data will be visible onto the URL and the length of the URL is limited. In case of post value, it appends the form data inside the body of HTTP request. HTTP indicates here Hypertext Transfer Protocol, because the submitted form data will not be shown in the URL. Post has no size limitations. This indicates that it is used to send large amount of data. Next comes out with single line text input control. For this we will be using input tag. Input tag specifies an input field where user can enter data. The same way input element is one of the most important form element. Input element can be displayed in several ways depending on the type attribute. This can be set even with the text also. Apart from the text, it can take many other values like button, checkbox, color, date, radio, password, etc. within the form. Here we have the example with two input tags. One is taken for first name, the other one is taken for the last name. We can see here the snapshot for first name, and later we have the rectangle box where the user can enter the first name, and later we have the last name, and then we have the rectangle box where we can enter the last name, and down we have the coding part. This will begin with P tag, and here we have the text first name, and then comes out with the input tag with the type is equals to text. Suppose if we are entering text, or it can be alphanumeric, in that case the value has to be text, has to be provided to the type attribute of input tag. Then name is an attribute of input tag. This name specifies the name of an input element, and here the input element is first name. For that sake, it is taken with the first name. Then comes out with the last name, and then here we have input tag. Type attribute is text. Then the name will be last name, because last name will be entered here. Then close the P tag. Here comes out with the attributes of input tag. The first one is type attribute. This is used to specify the type of input element to display. The default type attribute is text. Even this can take the values checkbox, radio, password, submit, reset, and many more. Next is name attribute. This will specify the name of an input element. Only form elements with a name attribute will have their values passed when submitting a form. The last one is value. Value attribute specifies the value of an input element. This attribute is used differently for different input types like reset and submit. Next comes out with the label tag, where we have the beginning and we have the closing. This tag is used to define a caption or a label for a form control in HTML form. Each label element is associated with exactly one form control, or by using the for attribute, or by placing the control element inside the label element. This tag is mainly used for the input element like radio button or checkbox. This tag contains the attribute, the for attribute, which specifies which form control a label relates to. Here comes out with the password input controls. This is a single line password input which will take user password. In this case, we will be using input tag, and the attribute will be type, where this type attribute will take the value password. Input tag of type password provide a way for the user to securely enter a password where characters which are entered by the user will be masked. Let's see the example for this one, and this will begin with the form tag, and later we have a login, and here comes out with the input tag, Attribute is type where the value it will take is text, and here we will be taking the another attribute that will be name. Name attribute is mainly used to identify the input field, and here we have provided here the value that is login. Then we have used here break line tag to go for the next line. Then password input tag type is equals to password is taken, then name also we have taken here the password, then break line tag is used. Next again we have the input tag with the type attribute. This will take the value submit. When submit value is taken, in that case submit button will be generated. When submit button is clicked, then forms data is submitted to the backend application and value will be submit itself. This we are going to study in the next slide, and later the closing of the form is done. Later we have the snapshot of this one. We can see login, password, and then the submit button. Next comes out with a submit and reset button. These are the special buttons. Whereas submit button will submit the form data and reset button will reset the form data to its initial value or default state, or it can clear the data. But when submit button is clicked, in that case the form's data will be submitted to the backend application, and here we will be using input tag and attribute will be type. Type, there we have to provide the value. For submit, and for reset, type will be reset. Let's see the example for this submit and reset. This will begin with the form tag, and here it is given with the first name. Input type is equals to text, name is equals to first name. Later we have break line tag, last name, and here we will be using input tag type as text type, and name will be the same input field, that is last name. Then comes out for the button, that is for submit and reset buttons. Input type is equals to submit. Value has to be written properly because the same thing will appear on the web page. Next again comes out with the input tag, type as reset, value reset, and later we have the closing of the form. Right now we will see how to create a simple login form. Before we go for writing a coding for login form, in C drive BCom5 folder there is one more HTML file is available. A very simple HTML file, and the message is login successful, which will be displayed on the web page, and here we are using the heading tag 1. Let's begin with writing the coding. HTML, then comes out with head tag, then title, then here we will provide login form, close the title, later close the head. Then comes out with body, form tag beginning, then here we will take action attribute as equals to, which will take the web address or URL. We will provide here web page .html in double quotes. Then comes out with method equals to get we will take, later we will see for the post also. Then label for attribute equals to, in double quotes we will take here uname, that is nothing but username. Then provide here username. Later close the label. Then comes out with input tag with type equals to text. Value we will take it right now blank. Then name is equals to, we will provide here uname. Then angle bracket. We will have a break tag so that we will go for the next line. Then again label tag for attribute equals to, in double quotes we have to provide the password. We will take in short PWD. Then angle bracket, password. Then close the label tag. Next comes out with input type equals to password. Then name equals to PWD, that is nothing but password. Close the angle bracket. Then we will have a break tag. Then comes out with again input type equals to submit. Value we will take here login. The same thing will appear onto the screen. Submit is mainly used to submit the form data. Once the form data is submitted, that will be stored back onto the backend application. Then input type equals to reset. This is mainly used to clear. Value equals to, we will take here clear. Then close the form. Later body tag closing. Then close the HTML. Save this file. Become 5, and here we will be providing log.html. Now we will open this file in the browser, and here we can see on the title bar login form is available. Username we will enter ABC. Password we will enter here 123. This is hidden. Right now we can go for show. We can hide. Once we click on the login button, and we can see here login successful. And here we are using method is equals to get. In case of get, this will carry the parameter appended with the URL string, and here we can see uname, username is ABC, PWD, that is nothing but password is 123. We will do the modification again back in the HTML coding. We will modify the HTML coding by using method is equals to post. Method get is used. We have seen what will be the output. Right now we will be using here post. Save this one. Go back to the browser. Reload this one. Enter the username XYZ, password 123. Click on login. Login successful. And here we can see on the address bar. Right now we are using method is equals to post. Post carries request parameter in the message body itself. It's a secure way of transferring data from the client to the server. Now right now back with the input tag, where value we have kept it blank. When we keep it blank, nothing will be displayed onto the web page. Right now we will enter some data here for username, that is enter name, or username also can be entered, username. And here we will be using even for the password also, password, then value is equals to, in double quotes, with or without double quotes we can just provide here, enter password, double quotes, save this one, then open this one in the browser. What has happened here? Whatever the value we have provided, the same thing will appear onto the web page. If we keep this one blank, nothing will be available, nothing will be displayed onto the web page. Save this one. Do refresh. Right now we can see nothing is available. We can see right now there is one letter in the password. This is due to a gap which is provided for the value attribute of input tag. Right? Okay, let's go back to the editor. Now for type password, we will remove this particular gap. Save this one. Go back to the browser, reload this one. We can see right now that particular letter is not available. We will see right now for the clear. In case of clear, what happens? I just enter here ABC, password 123. Once we click on clear, the entire content, whatever we have typed, will be removed. Now we will take one more attribute of input tag, that will be max length. This attribute defines the maximum number of letters or characters it can take, and right now we are providing for type is equals to password, so that the password whatever we enter, the maximum has to be just only for 6. Let's save this one and we will do the execution of this one. Reload, enter ABC, just press tab. This will go for password. I just enter here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It is not taking because we have given that max length is equals to 6. It has to take maximum number of characters will be just only 6. Just click on login. Right. This completes a simple example for login form. Keep watching the video series which are uploaded on the channel. Thank you.